Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into it right away and see what's coming your way. I see on the bottom here, there's a dragon actually wrapping around your heart. And I feel like also there's like a sun shining here, cutting through it. This can be during this time. This is for the next 12 months for the yearly reading. There is a dragon maybe unseen to you right now, but you're feeling their effects. The dragon can be a fear that you have or a hesitation about a desire or something maybe keep coming, a belief from the past and keep sabotaging you. And the light piercing through it, because before I turn on the video, I pull some cards and this is exactly what I'm seeing on the bottom. And this is Nine of Swords energy. It seems like you are really slaying the dragon this time of the year. Maybe you're actually preparing for it. And this is going to be, we're going to look into the next 12 months. And this is the hidden part of it. During this time, you're going to be slaying those dragons that were giving you nightmares, that you were afraid to take action towards your desires because of those fears. You're going to overcome those. I even see here within the first month, there is a tears of joy coming forward. So some happy news you might start the year with. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to give this one a like and subscribe to support the channel. I see the lightning strikes right away, the clean paper showing up here. So within the first month, you might have like a clean, clear instruction coming in or an inspiration coming in, and when you follow through it, you see the liners are forming. You follow through it, and the lightning strikes right away. This kind of looks like a tuning fork, a wishing bone, exactly like a wishing bone. By the way, I was looking at the necklaces the other day. So it can be something that is your wish fulfillment, and it's opening up a pathway, maybe even bringing a person into your life. This person's face is not clear, so I'm going to say this is someone that you don't know yet. Might be someone, a support, a friend, or a lover, someone who's going to actually like bring sunshine into your life. There's a block here, maybe between the third and the fourth month, a block of energy. This can be a building, by the way, and you can see the door is opening. Kind of looks like a bridge to me as well. And the door is opening through it. It doesn't matter if this is something, a blocked door or a bridge that wasn't really allowing you to come in. It seems like this between the third and the fourth month timeline, this bridge is going to, or the door is going to, gateway is going to open. And this can even be a castle door, as you can see, and allowing you inside, like inviting you in. Let me see. I kind of see there's a woman here sitting, and she has like a big hat and a cloak around her. She has a baby in her hand. I see letter S on her chest too. So it can be their first name or the last name. This can be someone inviting you over for help, maybe, or help can be with the family matter of this person, or also something that they're growing, a new baby. But overall, this invite is going to allow you into a place that is protected, maybe even have a lot of privacy, that no person is involved, like in allowed in there. But you're gonna be as a special, like you are maybe even this person's wish as well. As a special guest, you're going to be invited in that space. And I feel like when you come in, you might not really bring anyone else with you in that place, because it's gonna be, the door is gonna be opening specially for you. So this will actually give you the chance to say goodbye to those energies, the people maybe not really belonging into this bright new future, this upgraded lifestyle, this elevated new opportunity. This can be leaving, it can be a new workspace that you're going to be going into. Maybe you want to pull your best friend with you, but they might not be energetically matched to it. So it seems like overall you're going to also maybe have a little bit melancholy. However, it's not going to last too long, because you're jumping, like you're climbing to the top of the castle right away. And I see there's someone, a long hair, kind of like a person here, and like kissing the bear. Kind of reminds me of the Rapunzel kissing the bear. And so Rapunzel was actually someone who was alone in the tower, and she needed company. So this can be also someone that you're gonna be accompanying, okay? And this can also be someone that you're helping, I told you the slaying the dragon is not maybe only your dragon, and you're also maybe helping this person slay their own dragons as well, maybe through your experience. Another thing I see here, there's a castle, like ship. I'm sorry, not a castle. The tip of the ship here, sailing from a part of the castle. Maybe there's this castle can be a building, it might be a work environment. I feel like it can be a new house, but it can also open new doors for you to set sail into new horizons, which the new horizons can be even after you establish your stuff. You're going to buy a plane ticket, maybe go travel, because planes are also considered as a means of transportation, and ships and can also take us to overseas and such. I kind of see a small sea in front of you. It doesn't have to be a big sea, by the way. It can be a small sea. It doesn't have to be crossing the oceans. Maybe you're going to cross the river next door. It can be something like that as well. Another thing I see here, this is like the 6 months timeline. Again, the dragon maybe is going to try their chance again, try to come back in. You can see the tongue right there. But this time, cautiously, you are rejecting and saying, you know what, I'm looking at a better time here. I'm looking at like a new endeavor, a new adventure right there. So I'm not going to deal with your energy. Thank you, but no thank you, okay? But the thing is, though, the dragon has a bright color here, and it has a bright color here too. So it might look very shiny and beautiful from the outside, but you know what's inside of it. You know how dangerous it is. I can describe it in the sense of this dragon can be a person, for example. Maybe you're having a lot of fun together a short while, and then they start acting very weirdly, and they might have this kind of like a narcissistic tendencies, or maybe even avoidance. Okay, maybe you're having fun a second, and the next day they're not calling you for a month. Okay, it can be something like that, and or maybe they're being distant. So now you're making, this time is going to be the decision making of actually starting something new. And I see when you do, kind of looks like here, the top of it kind of reminded me of the bee's nest right there. So you're creating a new structure for yourself overall, not only like limited to yourself. I feel like you might even find yourself in an environment, which these are kind of looking like bees flying around, that is disciplined with their mental attitude and physical body, and also like how they live their life. You might be finding yourself in an environment that these are the people that are supporting you, supporting each other as well, 100%. Okay, I see there's a crowd right here. Timeline wise, the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th, and the 9th month in between. And then I see you're wearing here a crown. On top of you, there's a sword right there. The sword can be two things here. The first thing, maybe you are actually grabbing the sword from like a higher place and using it for your defense. And I'm going to connect this to this idea. If you ever heard of the sword of Damocles, and Damocles was actually, I think, referring to the sword of the might, the power. There's a story about that. I think there was a king hanging the sword on top of the people, the guests that coming into his house with a thin thread, and it was seeming like he was being gentle, but at the same time, there was a threat behind the people. So I feel like here, you might be feeling a threat because of words, or the sword in case ideas, or maybe feeling threatened by somebody else's choices. It seems like you are taking away. Maybe you have given your power away to someone. Sword is your tool, Aquarius. You're a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy is the sword suit. So you might have given your power away to someone for the sake of them. Maybe that you wanted them to see, you want to see them successful, but it seems like you're taking away that sword now. Okay, maybe 9th month is the time you're going to say, you know what, that's enough. You played a lot. You have done your part. Okay, now I'm going to continue to my own pathway, and you're now standing on this bee's nest. That can be the time maybe you're going to get full support from those that are really appreciating you. Another thing I see here is there is a W right there, and I saw a bull. Bull can be an authority figure, can be Hierophant energy, government, a structure, something is bound by rules. Maybe that's what you have done. You gave your power, a lot of your power, and you have been waiting for their decision making in order to make a move. It seems like it's going to be like, okay, now I am going to make my decisions to move forward here. And I see there's a clean slate right away. Pathways are opening and phone lines are forming again. You see they're cutting off when you give your power away to the authority. And you're going to keep continuing on your mission. But this is not a bad thing that you are actually going to let someone take overcharge control, because I see there's a win in it for you. There's a victory, there's a win, there's a W and a heart shape right there. It is going to be between the 6th and the 9th month. It seems like it is going to be satisfying. This thing, when you allow it, it is going to be something satisfying for you. It is going to bring you, maybe put you inside of a crowd of people that are aligning with your thought form, or this little, we can accept them as small chunks of money. Maybe you're going to be getting like a support from that. Okay. So it's not going to be something that blocks you completely. I feel like, Aquarius, as soon as you realize that, okay, there's no further moving on from that moon from this point on, you're going to make the decision to free yourself, okay? Let's dive into your soul. So now, if you have a specific question, desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I see the bull again here, and within the 6th month timeline, they're actually outside of your comfort zone, outside of your heart. So I feel like you are maybe already benefiting from this person, this situation, this approval, your desire coming really fast, it seems like here. There's an acorn showing that you're going to be planting a new seed behind the closed doors within maybe the 1st month or 2nd month timeline. And when that starts to grow, until that grows, you're going to probably go along with the energy of the authority. I also see a young boy here on a plane coming forward. This can be someone younger than you or someone who has a lot of life force coming in. When they arrive, you're going to say, you know what? Okay, thank you, but not anymore. I'm going to move on and I'm going to have my own thing going. I feel like that's going to be the case. I see in your heart, there's no structure here, meaning there's no interruptions or like tightness or like the things that you don't want to go through. There's a 2nd and a 3rd desire coming forward, and this is forming a diamond here. For some of you might be getting even an approval. The diamond can indicate a commitment, maybe like a marriage offer. Diamond can symbolize that. But another thing here, it doesn't have to mean it's going to be on the paper. It can be something, commitment you're going to really differentiate between who's committed to you and chooses you also here. And like I said, there's a new child, like a person coming with a plane. That can be also something, a new beginning or a new person flying into your life that will give you the courage to move on with the next stage, okay? Let's see what Tarot has to say. I'm going to shuffle it a little bit, because before I start, I usually like see the energy around what's going on, because I cannot really see inside of the cup. So that's why I saw that card. I said, you know what? Some dragon slaying happening this year for Aquarius. And then I saw the dragon on the bottom, which is something hidden. You don't know yet what maybe you need to slay. And it's just going to appear out of nowhere, like it appears in the nightmares or the dreams. We have here the Magician. This is a good sign, because it means that you're taking charge of in control of a situation. And as soon as you decide that, okay, I'm going to make this thing happen, or I'm going to get rid of this, whatever it is that is in your mind, the necessary tools are going to appear. We even have a dove here that you can use to reach out and start sending out messages. The messages can be, maybe you really need to reach out to others. By the way, what do you think of that? This is actually a candle that I got from IKEA. Yep. Like that. And they have other colors too. I love it. It's not sponsored or anything, but I just want to show you if you want to pick up some stuff for your Christmas. Anyways, the Magician is indicating of you're going to start the year with a boom. It is going to, maybe you're going to start attracting right people, right tools into your hands so you can use them, utilize them to make your dreams come true. Also start planting the new seeds of everything, okay? We have the Devil. Okay, now I want to clarify that. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Emperor. Extremely powerful reading, guys. What I see here is you're going to come up with the idea and the necessary tools will appear in front of you. But at the same time, the Devil comes forth and says, you know what? You cannot do that. I'm not allowing it. This can be intrusive thoughts. This can be a person. We have Capricorn energy and telling you what to do, what not to do. You're not very good at listening to other people's, I mean, I'm not saying in a bad way, but I'm saying the forceful. You're not really good at accepting oppression, okay? And I feel like the Devil coming here with the oppression. What happens though, this is actually forcing you to come up with a new idea, a new solution. So this is also divine timing. I feel like if something or someone is telling you no, it is actually telling you there is a better way. Five of Swords energy is forcing the doors open, but Knight of Cups is actually gently offering something and coming, receiving your desires in return. So this is a redirection. This is not a blockage on the pathway. This is a redirection, maybe even a shortcut to your desire. Ace of Pentacles can be a new money opportunity, education, a new car, a new house, something materialistically satisfying coming forward. And it seems like the Queen of Wands energy, you're ready to receive that. You're already thinking, okay, how can I make this thing happen? But what happens is when the opportunity shows up, maybe you're not going to feel confident enough to receive what you desire. So you might have to work on the confidence. Okay, that's what the Queen of Wands says here. She doesn't, like, she cares about other people's opinion, which the ones that matter, but she doesn't care about the destructive thoughts, destructive criticism. So Queen of Wands energy coming here to show you, maybe even take as an example, to trust that everything is working out for you, and every action you take, inspired or not inspired, always guiding you towards the right direction. And if you get any destructive criticism, just, let them slide off of you, or with your optimism, burn them off, because she has like a sun in her hand. Sun is the most positive card in tarot. So it indicates like you have the power to overpower basically their negativity with your own positive approach and optimism here. And it always actually directs you towards the, when you look at it that way, right solution. Okay, even it doesn't have to be even right, but it will be a solution at the time, and that will lead you towards success, because the Emperor indicates, I feel like you're going to take charge of a situation. You might deal with the Devil energy and the Five of Swords, someone who's trying to do everything in their power to win. But when you approach it with a gentle attitude, with bright new ideas, you're going to overcome that. And another thing, maybe I told you, maybe you are releasing certain things that are blocking you this time, which can be the Emperor. Maybe you don't want to take charge of a situation. You don't want to control. You don't want to be the one giving the orders or being responsible or accountable of the things. However, seems like the Emperor coming forth here, and either you like it or not, you're gonna be in charge of something. Okay, with the Queen of Wands is kind of like a feminine counterpart of the Emperor. I feel, not the Empress. Empress is much more gentle, Libra and Taurus energy. This is also fire here. So you're Magician again, exactly, you're creating a new future for yourself. And then this can be also Four of Swords. Whenever you get stuck, the best answers will come through your own true North Star. Star is Aquarius energy. Another thing with the Four of Swords, I want to interpret this in this way, that you're going to have the mental power, the right action, but whenever you feel stuck, you can just go down into your sit on your meditation pillow or prayer, like whatever that tool actually helps you at this moment, because that will be guiding you towards the right action, right direction, or maybe the right people in the communications, which is Star is your wish fulfillment. Okay, let's pull your oracles now. Let's see what those ones have to say. And this is going to be the general reading for your next 12 months. We're going to do a money, career, success reading. And if you want romance, guys, I've been considering doing romance. It's not very popular. Especially Aquarius, you don't really watch those kind of things. I don't know why, but if you do, comment down below and I read all of your comments, and I will do that one. Okay, romance reading. We have Angel de los Muertos. Okay, transitions to the spirit realm. I feel like here, this is transition. Maybe you have, not you, but there are people probably in your life that have transitioned to the spirit realm. They might want to connect with you. They contact with you. It can sound scary, first of all, because we have all these scary movies. When you watch them, of course, it scares us. But I feel like here, this is a compassionate, soulful, and the most tender of angels has been assigned to task. Okay, so Angels de los Muertos. So there are angels trying to relay messages to you. Okay, so it can be like your ancestors turned into angels, or this can be your literal protective angels are actually trying to speak to you. Here it says, I bring you a message from a loved one whose spirit seems to have already departed, but whose physical presence lingers on for now, as he or she prepares to depart from this life. So I feel overall you might be receiving some messages from the loved ones that passed and during this time. And this can be the things that are bringing you clarity about your future. Another thing here, this can even finding like little furnitures, little jewelries like left by your grandmother that might have messages for you in there. Okay, so yeah, listen to those messages. I don't feel like this is going to be throughout the year, but it's especially we have the number 16. This can be the first month and the 6th month. You might actually get clear messages through those kind of like divine the ancestors. We have here synergy coming forth as overall your activation. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. Overall, I feel like let's connect these together. You're going to really gain a lot of confidence throughout this year, but it is going to be conscious. It's not going to be like unknowingly, like you're going to wake up one day and have all the confidence that you need. This is actually day-to-day practicing, even though you have devils whispering to you, or there's going to be ancestors opposing them and telling you, trust yourself, believe in yourself, and go forth. Do not doubt yourself. And the synergy is the synchronicities and the signs and not so obvious, never seen before combinations coming together to show you that you are on the right pathway to make your dreams come true. Okay, let's see what the affirmation here for this year for you. I'm using one of my favorite decks here, Rainbow Brain Skull. Okay, number 15 doesn't even have the affirmation, so we're gonna read the booklet here. We see a child playing. There's a carnival right there, but she's not really getting involved with that. So let's see why. Take a break from cheering and jeering at the circus. 4 of Swords right there. Haven't you noticed that it's always been this way? No one is forcing you to participate. You can always step outside and do something else. Exactly. Create your own pathway, guys. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos here. I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.